all you beautiful creative people out there. Welcome back to Scheetz Sew Creative. For this video, we're going to do what we are calling a sew quick tutorial. And today, I'll show you how to do a quick and easy pinwheel quilt block. So let's get right to it. But before I do, if you're interested in this and other sewing and crafting content, please make sure that you subscribe and enable notifications so you never miss a new video. Okay. Enough shameless begging for subscribers.
You're so shameful.
Let's get started. First, I have my adult beverage, coffee, of course. My favorite adult beverage. Oh, my go-go juice. And a 10-inch layer cake or 10-inch stack, square stack, whatever you want to call it. Every company calls it something different. Every company manufactures them differently. So you want to be careful and make sure that when you're using more than one company or more than one of the layer cakes or 10-inch squares that your 10-inch squares do match up. So I'm going to be using 10-inch squares to start. And I have mine here. I chose a 10-inch pack of print and a 10-inch pack of solids. So you can use scraps. You can cut your own squares. You can make them any size square. I am going to go ahead and show you here. I have a solid square and I have my print square. And I've just put them so that they are facing together. And I line them up. I'm going to come over here to the machine. And I'm going to start right there at my edge. And I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to sew all the way around the two blocks together. And my thread broke. Of course. What did we do here? This is real life. Tonight I don't think is my night, husband.
You're struggling.
I am. I
stabbing yourself.
Stuck my hand
rippers.
with a seam ripper. Yep. So, you know what? This has a needle threader. I don't know why I'm not using it. So, all right. Wow, that was easy. Okay. Guess I'm just old school. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to start right there using a 1/4 inch. All right, and I am just going to sew all the way around my square with both layers together.
And I'll movie magic it.
When I get to the corner, I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn. Okay, I'm going to go just one more stitch. No, that's too far. All right, I'm going to back up one. This is the joy of this. It is so forgiving. All right, so I am going to turn and go down my next side. All the way around the outside, keeping my 1/4 inch.
And you've got your fabric pretty to pretty?
I do. Well, I do. The best that I can guess, because with a solid, it's a little hard to tell if you've got the pretty side. But I guess with a solid, both sides are pretty. So... all right, I got to my corner, I turn, and now I'm going down my third side here, just making sure that my blocks are lined up and staying lined up using an accurate 1/4 inch. I get to the corner, about a 1/4 inch away from the corner, and I'm gonna go back just one. Here we go. There we go. See, I even have a hard time sometimes gauging that 1/4 inch. This time of the day, I'm a little tired. I've already put in a full day of work. And so I'm on my last side, and I'm just gonna turn that corner and go straight down that last side, making sure that my block is together. All right, and I'm just gonna sew right off the edge. Cut my thread. I think I have scissors here just to save myself some hassle later. I'm going to go ahead and just nip these strings so that... All right. All right, so I now have this block. I have this block that is solid on one side and the print on the other, with the print facing the center. I am going to take this block to my cutting table, and just to make things easier, I did try to use a dark thread so that it would be easy to see, but I am going to go to the solid side so that you can see the stitching and see what I'm talking about. I'm going to lay my ruler corner to corner right in the center of that corner stitch. You want to come right into the center of that corner. And I'm using a Quilter Select ruler. We are not sponsored by anyone. We purchase all of our own tools. As you can see, I've got Tula, Quilter Select, Fiskar, Bernina. I just use what I like or what I have, what's available. But I did finally bring a Quilter Select ruler home with me. And if you have not used these rulers are amazing. They just, when you touch down gently, it just has a really nice grip and they don't go anywhere. So I'm just going to come in here. I make sure that I'm on corner to corner. And I'm just going to do a slice. I'm going to take my ruler, lift it up, because I don't want to really shift my blocks. I'm going to come in and place my ruler. A little bit of a bird's nest there. Oh well, it's late and I'm just doing a quick project. So I'm going to go ahead and cut corner to corner. So set my ruler out of the way. And now you can see we've stitched all the way around the block. I've cut corner to corner, and you've got 4 triangles. If you open your triangle up, you have a half square triangle with your print and your solid. So I'm just going to grab all of my pieces here. I'm going to go over to my cutting mat, my floor. I was doing a bunch that I threw up on our design wall here a bit ago and just playing with them. And I just clipped all the corners off.
All the dog ears?
All the dog ears. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going ahead, and I have decided with my project for me, what I find is the easiest when you're doing a pinwheel is you want to press them all in the same direction. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to press towards my flower polka dot here, my floral dot, I'll call it. And I'm just going to open them all up and press towards my floral dot. And these are on the bias when you, once you cut them, they are on the bias. So there is stretch to them. You want to make sure that you're not stretching and distorting them. So when you press them open, you're not ironing. You're not ironing like the cleaning lady or the housekeeper. You are just pressing.
A light press.
Yep, just a light press. And this Laura Star, again, not, no sponsors or anything, but this Laura Star is amazing. It is so nice. The table has the fan that either blows up or pulls down so that it'll grab your work to the ironing table. Well, you can just apply a steam. And it has a nice Teflon bottom on it, so it slides very nicely and does not pull your sewing. Okay, enough of the infomercial. I'm doing infomercials, husband, and I'm not even getting paid. I guess that's what happens.
Hey, if you want to sponsor us, we're open.
All right, so now that I've pressed these open, I've pressed all of them towards my floral dot, I'm calling it here. And I am going to go in, and if you are new to quilting or new to sewing, a term that is used in quilting is dog ears. And I am going to go ahead, and I don't know how to best show this.
I can see it.
You can see it? Okay. So when you do these half square triangles, there is a little dog ear that pops up there.
You got something against cats?
No, not really. Hey, but Thor is an amazing mouser. He has caught more mice lately.
Yeah.
Mouse, mice, spouse, spice. Ah, plurals.
I hate mices to pieces.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim what they call the dog ears here. I'm just going to come in here and cut them even with my block. I'm going to face it towards me so that I do not make a mess of this. So I did a bunch of these blocks while Todd was setting up the cameras tonight, and my remnants of my blocks are, my dog ears are all over the floor, and it looks like I had a party. Looks like confetti.
If you were wondering, I'm Todd. Hi.
Husband. I call him husband.
Yes, wife?
So, all right, so now that I got my dog ears clipped off, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to lay out. I'm going to move this stuff here so it's out of the way. I am going to go ahead and lay out my blocks, making the pinwheel. So I'll just keep turning these until I've got my desired pinwheel design. And then I am going to take my two pieces here. I'm going to put them pretty sides together. And if your pinwheel is correct and the way that we pressed, this should, what they call nest. They sit right into each other. So I'm just going to go ahead. I had to hide my pin dish because baby kept thinking it was food and kept trying to get to it. So,
Wife,
yes.
Take it over to the cutting table.
Okay.
And show them.
Okay. Take this, the whole thing?
Just the one you're pinning.
Okay.
So you can show them what you mean by nesting. Open it up.
All right.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got my two pieces that I'm going to nest together. And if you're new to quilting or sewing, that's another term that is used. Nesting is when your two seams just kind of sit right into, they nest together. Imagine that. It's called nesting. So you're just going to go ahead and you're going to nest those together. And because we pressed them the way that we did, they'll nest very nicely. And then when you open it up, it will be nice and spot on. All right, I'm going to go over to my machine and I am going to...
I didn't make you lose track of which side to sew, did I?
Nope. Nope, nope. I know what I'm doing.
Sorry, I just wanted to be able to get a better angle on that so they could see it.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set this in under the machine. Get this lined up. And if your blocks, as you can see here, if your blocks do not line completely perfectly, you are working with a bias. There is stretch, there is give. That's the nice thing about this way of doing this. It's just very forgiving, and you'll see in the end what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and just, the most important thing is having that nest perfectly together. So I'm going to go ahead, use a 1/4 inch, make sure that these are lined up appropriately, and use the 1/4 inch. You don't want to pull or push. You just want to let the feed dogs feed it through evenly so that you don't get a stretch. All right, I'm at the end of that one. I'm going to pick these two up. I'm going to pretty sides together, same as before. And I'm going to go ahead, make sure that they are nested. And I did, I moved it. So now I've lost my thought here. So, okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to nest them together, and this is the side that I'm going to sew. So I'm going to make sure that they're nice and even. I'm going to put it in here. And don't be afraid to recheck. You know, it's better to take that extra second to recheck to make sure that you have them where you want them before you sew than to have to rip back out. I have never found any enjoyment in ripping out anything that I've sewn. So I do have a few people that say that it is relaxing and therapeutic. So, you know, hey, to each his own. All right, so now that I have stitched those pretty sides together, I'm going to open them up. I'm going to take them over to my iron. I'm going to press one of my blocks towards the floral, and I'm going to check my seam here, and I'm going to lay this one, how I'm going to sew them together. And my seam, if you see here, is going this way. So in order to get that nice nesting and get those really tight points, I'm going to take and I'm going to press my seam the opposite direction. So now that I have my two blocks, I'm going to flip them pretty sides together. I'm going to nest that center seam. I'm going to put a pin in it.
Stick a pin in it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let's stick a fork in it.
Stick a fork in it. Well, we are almost done, so I'm about to be close to sticking a fork in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that my corners are lined up there. You can pin, you can clip if you want to. Make sure you're using that accurate 1/4 inch. You're going to hear me say that and say that because that really makes the difference. The other thing is pressing. Pressing makes a huge difference. You can ask any long armor. I don't like this foot. I don't know why. I might try a different foot. It is the 1/4 inch foot, but
With a 37?
it is.
That's a 1/4 inch foot.
Yeah.
They make other 1/4 inch
Yeah. I did pick some up when I was down at Hoover's Bernina the other day. I picked up some different feet that I'm going to play with and demo and show everybody. But yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's this fabric, maybe because of the bias, because it has that stretch. It seems to kind of be wanting to curl up there in between the center of the foot. All right, I'm going to keep making sure that these are straight using my 1/4 inch. All right, so I am at the end. I'm going to pull my pin out, throw it in my pin dish there. Hi, Wally. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to take it over to my iron. And I'm going to go ahead and just gently, I don't want to stretch it or distort it. And I'm going to just press that nice open and flat. And I'll kind of step back away from the iron, and there you have it. There is your pinwheel block. This is done again, like I said, with the 10-inch square. You've got your 10-inch squares and your block. And then I also did, just to give you an idea of how they would look, I did use some charms or 5-inch squares, and I made a second block. I got strings on there. Let me clip those. I was thinking about this because I have a lot of people that will say, oh, you know, I have a panel and I don't know what to do with it. And there are panels out there that are very, I don't know if you'd want to say artsy, that don't really have their more color and that kind of thing. You could even take a panel and just cut another square as big as that panel and sew all the way around the outside edge and cut from corner to corner. So you could go as big as you want, or you can go as small as a 2.5-inch mini charm square. And you get the cutest little pinwheel. So I did do one as small as a 2.5. And, you know, there you have it. Rinse, repeat as desired, and please do give the video a thumbs up. Thanks again for joining us here at Scheetz Sew Creative. We do love all you beautiful creative people out there, and we hope to see you right here again real soon.